guys, is the Old North Church. In the north end of Boston. Here's the Paul Revere statue. They cleaned this up a lot. There's a lot of junkies back in the 70s, 80s. Boston is a pretty town, but it also has some areas that, you know, the wrong crowd tends to gather. But I'm here in the north end. I had to come into the city to get some paperwork done. The north end is the Italian section of Boston, and that's where my family's from. So I'm going to do a little walk around the area and give you guys a little perspective of how I grew up. Both my parents are from the north end. People today call it Little Italy, but we never called it that. None of my family, friends, or relatives, or the people I know that live here ever call it that. It's kind of I think a liberal thing. I don't know, or a marketing scheme. But for us, it's just always been the north end. Now, it's all, it's just all restaurants now. A lot of the old timers are either moved out or they're dead. And what's left are all these restaurants that really don't have any history here. There aren't very many old restaurants here in the north end. They're all new. What is new? What is old? What is old is the bakeries. My uncle used to have a bakery here. Probably one of the best ones. But he since passed away, and that business is long gone. This is St. Leonard's Church. It's a beautiful church. My cousin got married inside here. It's really pretty.
You know that little rubber thing?
This is Mike's Pastry. It's famous. 10 o'clock in the morning, it's already crowded now. For pizza. I'm on Virgo's. As soon as they open. The smell of the coffee shops. This is where I'm going for pizza later. It's gonna open up soon. So this is Parmenta Street. This street has a lot of memories for me. Growing up as a kid, I always was up and down this street because my Uncle Bakery was just around the corner. And I had to come here on the weekends with my grandmother while she worked in the bakery. And I'd play around these streets just as a little boy. It was crowded, so crowded with people. This building here that says Baco was a bank. And I would come in there. It's a beautiful, beautiful bank. This right here was the old North End Union. It's where the kids would come and like a community center. It's gone. So on the corner here, is Polcari's coffee shop. I'm going to show you in a minute. This used to be a bank. Kari's coffee shop. When I was a kid, there used to be a big old wooden barrel outside here with lemon slush in it. And for 10 cents, my grandmother would give me 10 cents. And the bakery was over there. And I'd run down the street, and for 10 cents, I'd get a slush. A lemon slush. This place is still here after all these years. This place right here used to be a butcher shop. There were all butcher shops up and down this street. This is Salem Street. There'd be goats, rabbits hanging in the window. This used to be Martinetti's Liquors. Martinetti is now one of the largest liquor distributors in the Massachusetts, if not maybe the East Coast. My uncle's bakery was right here. Let me show you. So these are all restaurants. Now these used to be all butcher shops, and produce and fish stores. My uncle's bakery was right here. And as a kid, I'd always climb up this pole. My grandma would be yelling at me, and I'd get breadcrumbs out of the store. And I'd go down here, Stillman Street. First of all, let me show you Stillman Street. Stillman Street is the street my mom grew up on. My dad, I forget what street. His street is Hanover Street. So I'd get breadcrumbs from the store. I'd walk around the corner here. I was just a little boy, you know, just I don't know, 5, 6 years old, 7. And I'd bring the breadcrumbs over here to the Stillman Street playground. Of course, none of this was here, just this wall. And I'd set up my little wooden box with a stick underneath it, with the breadcrumbs, and I'd try to catch the pigeons. And I do that all day long. My mother grew up on Stillman Street, down here. I don't remember exactly which building, but I can tell you it was down here. I think it was this one right here. I think this is the building right here that my mom grew up in. Right here. I don't know what floor she lived on, but her best friend Toto, who's my godmother, lived over here in this building. And they had a clothesline that went across the windows. And my mom and my godmother, they'd pass their records to each other through the clothesline from building to building. It's so funny. And so this is Stillman Street. This is where my mom grew up. I mean, spent her whole life here until she got married. Her and my dad are both from the North End. And they both were dating each other in high school. But he's not my real dad. He didn't end up getting married to my mom until I was 13 years old. But he's the only father I've ever known, so I don't consider him my stepfather. I consider him my dad. This is Stillman Street. A lot of memories. The playground is pretty much the same except for this stuff. The North End. They have North End feasts. They're called feasts. Every weekend, different section, different neighborhood, and the biggest one is at the end of the summer. It's called St. Anthony's. So you can see they have all these restaurants here. My favorite one that I come to is right here. So it's still early, nothing's really open yet. But the one that I come to, right here, Neptune's Oysters. The best. Here's a look of Salem Street. So as a kid growing up, you would see all these fish stands on the outside here in front of their buildings, and fruit stands all up and down here. on both sides, meat, fish, produce. And this street would be wall-to-wall people on a Saturday and Sunday. You could not bring a car down. It was just all food stalls. It's just an outdoor market, this whole street. Nothing's left of it. And I'd come there, I'd spend my weekends here with my grandmother. She worked in the bakery. I was running around these streets playing, climbing these poles, getting yelled at by the old timers. There used to be a famous fish house here on this corner. So the highway used to come up over here, but they put it underground, the Big Dig. Then they made this greenway, which I'm going to show you guys in a minute. So this is called the greenway. What you're looking at used to be a highway. All that grass. Grass that you're seeing used to be a highway. Now they have fountains, you know, a place for families to gather. Look at the little place. So that's Hanover Street. They really did a nice job with this, I have to say, the city. Took this old, scary highway, pollution and all kinds of stuff, and they made it this beautiful green space. Really nice. I want to sit in one of these chairs. I'm in a rocking chair. Hi guys, so I'm here in the city. I just thought I'd do a video here at the North End, just because that's where I'm from, where my family's from. I wasn't born here, but my parents were, my grandmother was. My grandmother lives to be 101 years old. She passed away like 3 years ago. It was really sad because there was nothing wrong with her brain at all. She was a firecracker. She had all her faculties. She had her memory, but her parts, you know, at 101 years old, her parts wore out, and that was it. I really miss her because I sell real estate. I'm running around the neighborhoods all the time, and around lunchtime, I'd always pop into her house. She lived in her own till the very end. Had her own apartment on the first floor of my aunt's two-family, and she's independent her whole life. But I'd stop in there at lunchtime, crash on her couch, and she'd make me a tuna fish sandwich. I miss those days. So the North End, like I said, is Italian neighborhood. I wouldn't know how many Italians are still here. But my mom and my dad are from here. And my uncle had a bakery here. I grew up here as a kid. So I had to go to Cambridge, which is just not far from here, and get some paperwork. So I figured, you know, I'm going to come to the North End. I'm going to walk around, show you guys a little bit where I came from. I'm also going to stop at Umberto's Pizza. If you don't go to this place before 12 o'clock, they're sold out. It's not quite open yet. I think like another half hour. So I'm just sitting here in the city. Take a look at this view. So I hope you enjoyed this video. A little bit about my heritage, my roots. I miss the girls. See you girls soon. And guys, subscribe. I say it all the time. I look at our stats and it's like 70% of our views come from non-subscribers. 70%. Subscribe. You guys are watching the videos anyway, so subscribe. Thanks everybody for supporting our channel. And hopefully I'll see you guys soon. And I'll be back in the Philippines in August. I'm leaving for South Carolina this weekend, so I'll do some videos down there. You guys are gonna love it. And see you soon. Thanks for watching.